Good morning. This is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated Journato morning headlines on March 9, 2022. Proud Boys leader arrested on U.S. Capitol attack conspiracy charge. The Guardian, shirtless Proud Boys leader Enrique Tarrio is ripped from his bed and arrested on January 6 conspiracy charges. The Independent, former Proud Boys head Tarrio charged in Capitol riot probe. Reuters, former Proud Boys leader indicted in January 6 investigation. The New York Times, Proud Boys leader Enrique Tarrio charged with conspiracy in U.S. Capitol attack, allegedly met Oath Keeper's head in D.C. parking garage. Cannon fodder, Russian governor confronted over young men deployed in Ukraine, video. The Guardian, how Russian mothers could change the course of the war. The Telegraph, Russian mothers confront regional governor saying Putin is using their sons as cannon fodder in iNews, they were sent as cannon fodder, Siberian governor confronted by relatives of Russian unit. The Guardian, Russian mothers accuse Kremlin of using our sons as cannon fodder, amid mounting casualties. Another stain in the history of Florida, Don't Say Gay passes state legislature, will be signed into law. The Independent, Don't Say Gay bill, Florida Senate passes law marginalizing LGBTQ+ people. The Guardian, Florida passes controversial gender identity bill, World. The Times, Florida's Don't Say Gay bill is just as bizarre as we thought, according to the person who sponsored it. The Independent, opinion, Florida's Don't Say Gay bill hurts kids. We hit him, Russian warship that attacked Snake Island soldiers destroyed. The Independent, Russia said the Snake Island soldiers were alive. Politico Europe, we hit them. Ukraine gets revenge on Russian warship that attacked Snake Island soldiers. The Telegraph, Russian warship that attacked Ukraine's Snake Island is destroyed. The Times, Ukrainian Navy scuttles flagship as Russia advances on Mykolaiv. European oil receipts boosting Putin's war chest by $285 million a day, study finds. The Guardian, oil sanctions take West into uncharted waters. BBC, the impact of US bans on Russia. Local 12, Russia oil, empty threats only help Putin by pushing up prices. Bloomberg, editorial, Biden's ban on Russian oil is a first step toward energy independence. China unsettled by Ukraine, but don't underestimate size Taiwan resolves CIA head. Reuters.com, Times letters, China and putting real pressure on Putin. The Times, The Guardian view on China and Russia, enough in common. The Guardian, friends in China are falling out over Russia's invasion of Ukraine, but it could be a sign of progress. U.S. Senate unanimously passes bill to make lynching a federal hate crime. The Guardian, U.S. finally votes to classify lynching as a hate crime after over a century of trying. The Independent, Congress gives final approval to make lynching a hate crime. The New York Times, Congress passes Emmett Till bill to make lynching hate crime. BBC to resume English language reporting in Russia. The Guardian, BBC to resume reporting from Russia. Reuters.com, The New York Times pulls its news staff from Russia. The New York Times, news outlets make difficult and varying decisions to navigate Russia's new media law. CNN, New York Times pulls journalists from Russia amid media crackdown. Ukraine war. In the midst of pounding mortars, remarkable kindness is shown by people fleeing the violence. Sky News, families split apart as refugees flee besieged Ukrainian city for safer ground. ITV News, on the ground in a pin as civilians evacuate after shelling kills family. The Telegraph, war in Ukraine, it's hell, it's really hell, families flee bombs in a pin. BBC, civilians escape from a pin with stories of grief and terror. Ghislaine Maxwell juror granted immunity to testify after threatening to plead the Fifth. The Independent, Maxwell juror says he was distracted during jury selection but, I did not lie. The Guardian, Scotty David, I made a mistake, says Ghislaine Maxwell juror who failed to disclose abuse. The Times, Ghislaine Maxwell juror admits answering question incorrectly during jury selection. Ukraine aid stuck in lorries at Dover thanks to Brexit delays. The Independent, aid truck prepares to leave Northern Ireland destined for Ukraine. Runcorn and Witness World, lorries carrying aid for Ukraine unable to leave port of Dover due to Brexit red tape. Kent Live, not going anywhere, trucks full of aid for Ukraine stuck in Britain due to Brexit red tape. City AM, Ukraine war donations held up by Brexit red tape. Ukraine war, First Lady Olena Zelenska writes open letter condemning Putin and mass murder of Ukrainian civilians. Sky News, my country was peaceful, Ukraine's First Lady offers. The Independent, how Olena Zelenska, Ukraine's First Lady, became its secret weapon. The Telegraph, Ukrainian First Lady tells people to show Russians the faces of children killed in the war. iNews, Zelensky's wife makes emotional plea to share terrible truth of Russian forces killing children. Shamans, Hitler and mutual hatred, South Koreans go to polls in rancorous election. The Guardian, South Korea votes for president in tight, bitter election. The Independent, Factbox, where South Korea's top conservative presidential candidate Yoon Suk-yeol stands on the issues. Reuters.com, South Korean presidential candidate Yoon Suk-yeol retracts interview comment he is a feminist. The Washington Post, South Korea, everything you need to know about presidential election 2022. Texas man is found guilty in first jury trial over Capitol riot and now faces up to 60 years in prison. The Independent, Texas man convicted for role in Capitol attack in landmark trial. The Guardian, wife of Capitol rioter found guilty says husband is being used as an example. NBC News, jury deliberations to start in first trial over Capitol riot. The Independent, analysis, U.S. can expect a flood of plea deals in Capitol attack cases after guilty verdict. What does action over Russian oil and gas mean for UK consumers? The Guardian, climate change, EU unveils plan to end reliance on Russian gas. BBC, Europe's plan to replace Russian gas is full of obstacles. Bloomberg, Europe is funding Putin's war chest through gas alone. The Telegraph, Ireland must play its part in ending Europe's dependence on Russian fossil fuels. Boris Johnson News, live, Zelensky echoes Churchill in address to Commons. The Independent, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to address British MPs via video link, watch live. Guardian News, Volodymyr Zelensky tells UK MPs Ukraine will fight, in the forests, in the fields, in the streets as it happened. The Guardian, the best response to Volodymyr Zelensky's plea to Parliament is to help Ukraine's air force defeat Russia. iNews, Zelensky channeled Churchill in the Commons, while MPs look like they'd been jabbed with a cattle prod. Ukraine war, US says Poland's offer of MiG-29 fighter jets to be passed to Ukraine not tenable. Sky News, US dismisses Polish plan to provide fighter jets to be sent to Ukraine. The Guardian, Poland's rent-a-MiG plan has put a severe crack in NATO unity. The Telegraph, Ukraine war, Poland offers all its MiG-29 fighter jets to US in plan to provide aircraft to Kyiv. Sky News, US rejects Poland's jet offer for Ukraine. Ukraine war, temperatures set to drop to -10°C as thousands flee Russian attacks. Sky News, where in Europe are Ukraine's refugees going? The Guardian, UN, 2 million people have now fled Ukraine. Politico Europe, fleeing Ukrainians plea to NATO, close the skies. Reuters, Tuesday briefing, biggest refugee crisis in Europe since Second World War. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.